Now, I would like to introduce our next speaker, the president of the Harvard Law School Association, Lindsay Breedlove. Ms. Breedlove graduated from Georgetown University cum laude with a Bachelor's of Art in Government and Psychology. In 2009, Ms. Breedlove graduated from Harvard Law School cum laude with her Juris Doctor. Upon graduation, Ms. Breedlove served as a judicial clerk for the Honorable Deborah Cook on the United States Court of Appeals for the Sixth Circuit, and as a judicial clerk for the Honorable LaGrone Davis on the United States District Court for the Eastern District of Pennsylvania. Today, Ms. Breedlove serves as the Senior Director at Ultragenyx Pharmaceutical, a Bay Area biotechnology company that specializes in rare and ultra-rare diseases, where she oversees the company's litigation and investigations, serves as General Counsel for the Asia-Pacific region, and advises North American business units regarding regulatory and legal risks. Please join me in giving Ms. Breedlove a very warm welcome.
Thank you so much for that kind introduction. I'm here finishing my term as the president of the HLSA. It's a 2-year term, and so I had the privilege of giving remarks at last year's class day as well. I had just had a baby, I had taken a red eye from San Francisco, and I had never used a teleprompter before. And so I felt pretty darn good for just getting through that speech. But I have to admit to all of you that I made a big mistake. The class of 2023 had started HLS in the fall of 2020 on Zoom. They did their entire 1L year remotely without the camaraderie that being in physical proximity provides. A year ago, on a sunny May afternoon, just like this, although it was slightly less hot, COVID was not on my mind, but it was on the mind of the graduates. And as I was explaining to them how they should feel like they belong to our alumni community already, I'm pretty sure that at least a few of them thought, how the heck does she know what it feels like for me to belong? I learned from that mistake. Before writing this speech, I watched a beautiful video on YouTube about HLS in the fall of 2021, just as the school welcomed students back to campus. Nearly all of the pictures were taken outside, where you all looked way too happy. You also have really cute dogs. I realized a few frames in that the outdoor smiles were because the mask mandate was in effect indoors, coloring the experience of the JDs here. And while I don't have nearly enough time to dive into challenging topics today, I can certainly appreciate that this past year, including the events in Israel and Gaza, and the reverberations around the world and on this campus, have also been incredibly difficult to experience. As much as I sympathize and empathize, I didn't have those experiences or challenges when I was a student here. And so how in the world could I convince you that you should feel like you belong to our alumni community when our experiences were so different? What I have found in my 15 years as an HLS alum is that practicing law is incredibly rewarding, but it is also really hard. And when I've needed support from outside my firm or company, I've found it from the community of HLS grads in different pockets around the country and the world. The common experiences of all HLS students, the friendships, the paths of self-discovery, the commitment to making the world better, and your dedication to justice, those shared memories and values are the meaningful glue that create a feeling of belonging for all of us. And I'd be remiss not to mention that so many other classes have also experienced challenging times. Ann Kirby, a member of our alumni community who celebrated her 95th birthday last month in the WCC, was in the first class of female graduates in 1953. Probably pretty rough. My successor as HLSA President, Judge Yvonne Campos, graduated in 1988. The year after HLS was labeled the Beirut of legal education because of the way that the battle over critical legal studies was tearing the campus apart. To me, that sounds daunting. All of the recent grads on campus in 2021 experienced an incredible threat to the rule of law on the January 6th Capitol attack. Also not a walk in the park. So we don't just have the easy things in common after all. We have a wealth of HLS and postgraduate highs and lows to lean on and learn from together. This community is yours to share right now and for the rest of your lives. The Harvard Law School Association has more than 40,000 members around the globe. It's free, and there's nothing you need to do to join. And I promise that there are alumni out there waiting to welcome each of you with open arms, whether you find them at a local club in a city or country of your choice, or a shared interest group like the Women's Alliance, the Latino or Black Alumni Networks, or the Recent Graduates Network. I could have spent my entire time here quickly listing all the engaging alumni communities, let alone beginning to sing their praises. But the bottom line is that you all belong already because you're sitting here today, but you will also feel like you belong because of all of our shared experiences. Congratulations to the class of 2024. I'm excited to call all of you peers, and I hope one day to also call you my friends. Thank you very much.